how to clean your car properly and fast. My name's Aaron from Easy As Car Cleaning. I've got to give the blueberry a wash, so I thought I would do a quick video on how to clean your car properly and fast. I'll go through what I use and the steps, and then I'll actually show you from start to finish, unedited, at normal speed, so you can see exactly how long it takes me to clean a car. Just to clarify, this is not a detailing video. This is a quick wash. Maybe you've just recently paid someone like myself, you know, a few $100, $1,000 or more perhaps, on fully detailing your car, and you'd like to maintain it. Some places will do a maintenance wash where you just take it back to them and they'll clean it for you. Maybe you've got a good quality car wash like we've got here in Manjimup, where you can just pay your $20 and push a button and the machine will do it for you. But if you want to wash your car yourself in between detailing, and do it properly, these are some of the tips that I can give you for that. Right, first thing you're going to want is a bucket. Doesn't have to be pretty, but I do like it to be big. Now, I am only going to use one bucket. Now, before everybody freaks out and starts writing comments about, oh my god, you need 7 buckets. This is my version on how to clean a car, and you'll see why I can get away with using one bucket. And there are so many different ways of cleaning a car. This is something that I just want to show some people who maybe just want a tip on how to get their car either done quicker, with a bit more ease. Maybe they want to cull down the amount of products they want to use. A nice, simple alternative. That's hence Easy As. That's me, Easy As car cleaning. So one bucket, a good car wash soap. I use the pink stuff, but you know, anything that you can get. I recommend from an auto parts store, a good quality brand, rather than just the stuff you can buy from the 2 bob shop. The other thing you'll want is a little bit of dishwashing liquid, and I'll explain the reason for that later. And a sprayer bottle. I also just have a regular hose fitting and garden hose today. I generally use a pressure washer when I'm detailing professionally, but like I said, this is for fast and easy at the same time as doing it properly. The other thing you're going to want is some cloths. I've left them in the car. Yep. Alright, so some cloths to do this with. So a couple of sponges. I like the microfiber covered sponge pad. Two-sided, and I'll show you why later. And it's also part of the reason why I can get away with using one bucket. But I do use 2 sponges. I also have one of my old sponges. That's going to be for the wheels. A bug sponge. 2 nice big microfiber cloths to dry. And my old one. So this was one of my drying cloths, but it's old and crappy. So this now does around the door frames when I dry them off. These are just pretty regular microfiber cloths. You don't need to spend much money on those, but you do want a good window cloth. This cost me about 20 bucks, I think, and I've tried many different cloths to get the right window cloth. Starting from the roof down, we're going to rinse the whole car off. If you do have a lot of bugs like I've got on this one, you can, like the wheels, pre-treat them with a spray. But I'm just going to put a little bit of the suds from the bucket onto the bugs before I rinse off. Give it a little bit of time to soak into the bugs, and it'll make it easier to get them off. Then from the roof down, it's a wash of the whole car, starting from the bonnet, up the windscreen, over the roof, and back down onto the bonnet again. After the bonnet and roof are washed, I do each of the two sides of the car. I fill my sponges to flooded with the car wash soap, and I'll actually walk all the way to the opposite end of the vehicle, and I'll work half of the car at a time, and again from top to bottom. The bottom edges of the car are going to have a lot more grit and grime on them, and as I move to the next section, I'm actually flipping my sponge over to the opposite side, hence why I like to have a double-sided microfiber sponge. Once you've done the two sides, you can actually give the sponge a good squeeze, and that's going to expel the water out of the sponge along with all the dirt that gets caught up in it. Now, if you've got a lot of dirt in your sponge and you need to give it an extra wash, use the hose and actually spray off the sponge with the hose to get it fully clean before you go to the next section of the car wash. After the sides, I do the back, and then the front of the vehicle. I take with me the bug sponge, and we really get stuck into those bugs a little bit too. Once we sponge the whole car, we can take the old sponge using the same bucket of water, and we can give our wheels a wash. Last, important, because there's a lot of grime on your wheels, and by the time you put that sponge back in the bucket, you don't really want to be washing the paintwork with that again. That's it, that's washed. Rinse it off. Now it's time to dry. Two cloths, nice big cloths, and before, just check them over that there's nothing on there that can potentially scratch the car. The first one, taking the bulk of the water off, with the one that follows behind being a lot more dry, and just finishing off probably 90% of the moisture that's on there. You don't have to be super fussy with getting it dry. We are going to go back later and just double check the finer details. After the car's dry, we take the old cloth, open up the doors, and give a quick dry around the door frames. So we've got to presume that the door hinges and the door shuts were thoroughly detailed in its previous clean. If they need a really good detailing, I'll make a video on that for you too. If I've already made that video, there'll be a link above. The sprayer bottle has 2 drops of dishwashing liquid, and then we just fill it up, the rest of it, with water. A very light mist on the windows, and then go around with our window cloth. Make sure that we've got the windows 100% clean and dry. We don't leave any water spots on there left over from the car wash soap, and they're streak free. Hence why I go for a really good quality window cloth. After you've done all of that, the car's potentially fully dry, except for a couple of spots that'll drip. And trust me, they will drip. Around the door handles, underneath the rear view mirrors, you'll occasionally get a drip come down after you've dried. Take your dryer of the 2 drying cloths that you've used. It'll still be ever so slightly damp, and you can just finish up the final little details. And that's how you can clean your car properly and fast. there we go. Very quick, very easy way to clean your car properly, where you won't harm the paint. It won't take you a long time to do it. One bucket, a couple of sponges, a couple of cloths to dry, some car wash soap and a little bit of dishwashing liquid in a spray bottle, and you can have your car washed and dried like a professional in, oh, how long did it take? Not too long.